You ever wonder what's real and what's just smoke in the wind? Down here in Texas, we've heard the whispers. They say a president fell in Dallas and the truth got buried with him. They say men walked on the moon, but some folks swear it was all lights and cameras. There's talk of secret deals in desert towns of flying saucers hiding where the tumbleweeds roll. They say the truth is out there, but out here under these white Texas skies, we know the truth ain't free. It's locked up tight behind steel doors and silver tongues. So saddle up, 'cause tonight we're diving deep. Dust on the highway, neon signs glow, stories in the shadows that nobody knows. From the oil fields to the old ghost towns, truth rides the wind, but it never slows down. Deep dive facts, where the shadows talk back. In the heart of Texas, truth rides the cracks. Dig through the dirt, past the lies and the tracks. We're chasing down secrets. Deep dive facts. They talk about.
Oh, my camera's still off. What a dildo.
I thought you were going to introduce us, so I was going to grab one last sip.
Go ahead.
I looked up and there's Chad and I and can't see.
Yeah. Now I'm looking at it on the other side of my computer. I can see our stream.
Yeah, we're
So,
on.
yeah. So hopefully this works out right. So yeah.
I mean, I got my tablet and then I checked my phone and it's back up. It did go down though, because on my phone it did say restart. So
Maybe
so
I should have
YouTube
tried
did go down
restarting.
for a bit. And
Maybe I should have tried restarting my computer. Anyways, hi guys. So I got to tell you what I did this morning. Well, I got up at 5:30 this morning. Okay. I have my appointment to go down to order my new wheelchair. This thing is not only outside capable, but if my back gets tired or my bum gets tired, I just switch the controller over and push a button and it reclines me like I am reclined in a recliner.
oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah. The only thing that could have made it better is if it went forward and stood me up, I could stand up and cook and not have to worry about falling over because I would actually be seated in the chair. So, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. Now, the physical therapist guy says, they check my shoulders and stuff, and they're like, your range of motion is kind of bad. I said, yeah, tell me. I sleep on my back and I can wake up and my shoulder hurts so bad and I don't even know why. I didn't do anything. So, but, so he says, it takes a little while. We got to put the paperwork in with your doctor. We got to do this. We got to do that, Oh, and hey, kick works. So I said, yeah, I know. And he's like, well, it could take a couple months before you get yes, I know. I went through this already. That's why it was so dire to get it done exactly 5 years in February. So, yeah. And then, visited with the little turd and Putin, what are you doing? You are running around all over the place, all in bed. What are you doing? What's wrong? Sit still. Did you just scratch your bum on my bed? I'm done with this guy. So, Chad, how have you been?
Oh, I'm doing okay. I've been stuck in a loop here, like I told you before, because I think what we're going to do today is go through some shorts and stuff from somebody that I've been, I guess, obsessed with.
Oh Lord,
Yeah,
we're
sorry.
stalking. No,
No, I'm not.
yeah,
Not yet.
we'll talk about what we're going to be doing here tonight. It's going to be controversial, and we're going to hurt some feelings.
Yeah, I've been binge watching it. Let me put it that way. I've been binge watching, and I need to clear my mind because it's just so therapeutic. Because I feel like
Hi,
everyone,
Glenn.
yeah, I feel like we all have kind of like faced this, and here's somebody with words to express themselves, in that situation.
Oh, I
And I
got
think,
words to express myself.
yeah, and I think there's, we're very polarized and everything, and so we're going to be looking through some shorts of somebody that's going to be going into protest and asking questions,
Yeah,
and we're going to be mindful because there is mental illness and there is low IQ.
I'm going to try to remember that, but I might
I
fit
know.
into the little tism part of it. But hey, hang on, Sherry.
Oh,
Sherry, how have you been doing?
I'm not freezing anymore. We've been warming up around here. Think snow's melting, thank God. I'm
Yeah,
so done with the snow.
it's been like
Just
85 here, so yeah.
yeah, it's getting my allergies though. My eye allergies. My eyes have been irritated,
Yep.
and then I've
I
been
stay like that though.
yeah, yeah.
I think
They,
if
they just started bothering me, and I don't know. I watched what Chad was talking about, but I couldn't watch the full on videos. I could only watch the clips because I was just like, oh my gosh. It's it's interesting, that's for sure.
a Twitch, what are you talking about, Glenn? Glenn, if you want to come up here with us and go through some of the meltdowns that's been going on around the world, you're more than welcome to. So, and guys, we cover some of this stuff on the show that Glenn and I do, but we don't get into completely dealing with what is going on with some of these people and what they're doing. But it's okay. I'm not going to say that you cannot protest. Protesting our government is something I am all for. But there are people that are protesting, and that's not what it is.
No.
They're mobbing, and it just so much dumb is happening. I cannot even fathom it. So Glenn asked me, did y'all give Brenda a Twitch? What? Am I twitching, Glenn?
no, that's a device or that's something. Twitch is something.
No, I was thinking the
I stream
Twitch, the streaming.
Yeah, I stream on
Yeah.
it. So yeah, I see her like. So like I said, tonight we're going to get into some stuff. We might break a couple of feelings, hurt a couple of feelings, but these people have to know what they look like when they're doing what they do. They don't think they're doing wrong. And, it's, how do I say this? Go ahead, Chad. Maybe you can say it better.
So low IQ and mental illness falls in all areas,
Yes.
not the idiot logical
Yeah.
left.
Idiotic.
Idiot.
Yeah.
Idiot logical left. Is that what we're titling it? And then
Or they say it's like radical left, but
because I do remember when like Black Lives Matter came into town, that was a bold move where I live in California at the time. And some good old boys came on down and rode their truck around, and I don't know if it had KKK stuff or not or whatever, stuff like that. But what I'm saying is low IQ runs in all on both sides. But the difference is we know who those people are. The people of the town know who those people are, and we just all sit there and go, "Oh, it's those guys." You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I do
So
this.
they get curbed because we have morals, we have ethics, we have family values, we have all those things that these people are going up against, and
Well, they don't like it. They don't like it. And Cedar Lake says,
and they usually like Jesus, so it's where the other
they
side has
think.
denounced it.
Yeah. Now Cedar Lake says that people are protesting the people that are enforcing laws, and that's strange. I would rather have secured borders and not have people OD on fentanyl. This is true. This is true. But so that is a faction. And here's my thing, people sit there and act like this is new. ICE has been around since 2000 and what, 2008, 2009. They've been around, people. The only reason why we haven't seen what they have been doing this whole time is because, well, other administrations didn't give you transparency. The news outlets, they were told not to put that stuff out. So it's been one of those things where, you know, people cannot get what's going on because they think it's all something new, and it's a hatred towards, one way, one wing or another. But this has gone on for a long time, people. Obama, he deported 3 million people. Okay. Trump hasn't even gotten there yet. The Bushes did the same thing. And believe it or not, there was people that the Biden administration even deported. So, but you weren't allowed to see any of that. And now you're seeing it, and it's pissing everybody off.
Yep.
Well, people, I got news for you. You need to open your eyes. This world's not what we think it is. And we've been lied throughout history. We have been lied through everything. Everything. But Orange Man bad. Let's get out there and fight. What do they say? Fuck ICE, fuck Trump, fuck this, fuck that. That's all they say. So, Chad, what do we got? What are we starting with?
What I would like to do is focus on one thing, because there is these people don't. This is low IQ that we're dealing with in a lot of cases. Okay. And the average intelligence, if you hear me out, I believe is, I'll have to look it up again, but at one point I did, and I thought it was at 80 points. That was average. That means some people are above and some people are below that. Now, if you look at where retardation is, these people believe on a spectrum. These people believe in a spectrum. Okay, there's the spectrum. But and we're going to be witnessing. So just keep in mind that the basic psychology is that they don't know is everything they're saying about her or us, because they'll refer to the liberal or the conservative right is what they, instead of, and they don't realize there's independence also in that group, and that sort of thing, is the stereotypes they use, because everything they accuse her of being and somebody else of being, they are telling on themselves every single time they call her something. Yes. And so I have ignorance down already, because they're going to use that a million times. Oh, you're just ignorant. And they will not listen. And this is why I want to watch this, because I've grown up in this my whole entire life. It's felt stuck in the muck, California boy. And I didn't grow up, like around Democratic family, but I'm just saying, I'm used to it in school, and I'm used to it. And I was used to it in New York City. I was used to it in different things like that. So I would like to have a conversation about things that I disagree with somebody about, and they would like to argue. And I've been so confused about this my whole life. This has done therapy for me. Watching why my auntie, uncle, whatever, whoever it might have been that I had a disagreement with, argued with me and then called me basically an asshole. What are they saying? They're an asshole. So I'm just saying, like, this is why I like watching this, because this lady actually has the words to go through there, and these people don't have a leg to stand on. Sorry, Brenda, but I'm just saying.
I still have one leg to stand on. What you talking about?
Good. Yeah, all right, good. Oh, I sent you some videos. So, but that's what I want to keep in mind, and find out. Listen to those things they're calling her, and what they're saying about themselves. They'll call her crazy.
Okay. You did send me 2 videos.
Yeah, I can send more. There's
So
there's
which
only a
one? Well,
handful to
which
go
one do
through.
you want? Which one do you want first?
Probably the second one, the one, the dog
Okay.
mask.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh, that one. I watched
Find
that
this.
one.
Let me.
I just figured might as well start off with a bang.
Yeah, I
All
remember
right.
that one.
And we have
All
to
right.
watch the shorts because we don't have permission to watch the full ones, but we
Yeah, I
are
did. I did put the
working
emails
hard to get
in.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I did put the emails in, but I didn't receive. I actually put in for her and Nick Shirley. Um,
Nice.
so I did put in for them, but I just haven't gotten the permission yet. So, okay, are we ready?
No. But go ahead.
Okay.
Born with male DNA, you can never become a woman. What would you say to correct that claim?
I say your body, your choice.
Okay.
I agree. Your body, your choice.
Okay. To become a woman?
Yeah.
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 Okay. What is a woman?
I don't even know how to answer that. Gender's not a construct, so.
Right.
So.
If someone says, "I'm now a woman," what does that mean that they are?
I don't know how to answer that.
I don't know how to answer that.
Are you guys women?
I'm whatever I want to be.
Right, but are you a woman?
Not necessarily.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. What are you?
They, them.
They, them.
Yep.
Okay, so you're neither male or female.
I don't know what I identify as anymore.
Okay.
So-
what have you identified as in the past?
She, her.
She, her?
Mhm.
Okay. Would that be a woman?
Yes.
Okay, so you are a woman.
Sure.
Okay. Well, I guess you identify as a woman.
I don't want to answer this anymore.
So he said if you're born with male DNA, you can never become a woman.
And that's the problem that we have. They do ask that all the time, you know, and I've watched a thing in Congress. Hey, Chris. I watched a thing in Congress where one of the speakers, she had asked the same question, and she was sitting there going, they called her cisgender. She said, that is nothing. I don't even know what that is. I'm a woman, and this gentleman sitting next to me is a man. So it's one of those things where, they ask, you know, what a woman is. Well, you know, to me, let's see. Women are strong, independent. Well, most of them. They have children. They give life into the world. You know, where do these people who don't know what gender they are? Where do they think their life came from?
Their
You know?
mom. They have moms. Their
That's
moms
right.
are women. So
Yeah.
I
I think
everybody-
if somebody asked me that and said, "What's a woman?" I would say my mother,
Yeah.
myself. You know?
everybody is born from a woman, and that's a female. Comes out of
Yeah.
the female's body. Regardless of what you think now, you
Like it or not.
yeah, you should know that. I
It
mean,
works.
even the Buddhist monks, you know, that take the celibacy and become a monk, they honor and respect and love their mothers.
Yeah.
They talk about them all the time.
Yeah. Wow. So yeah. All right. So I have the next one that you sent me. Let me get this.
Now, these people cannot. And okay, so another thing to consider is like what she'll point out at some point is she looks at the facts and then she forms an opinion. And these people form an opinion from their emotions and feelings and what they're being fed, you know, before they look into the facts, because none of them know facts.
Right.
Very few do.
Sad to say, but yes. Correct. All right. I have this one.
Oh, saw that one too.
Oh.
About why you're wearing this and what inspired it.
Because I am very anti-Trump. I'm for democracy in America. I don't want kings. I don't want dictatorship. So I'm here to support America and the people that need the help that we're not getting sometimes.
Okay, and how is Trump exhibiting king-like behavior?
He's doing king-like behavior by having military parade would be a good idea. National Guard going out, not following the Constitution. Several things.
Okay, all right. It's his birthday today.
I know.
Do you have a happy birthday message to him?
I hope I see your obituary in the paper tomorrow.
Okay.
That'd be my message, yeah.
Okay, so you hope that this is his last birthday.
Well, I don't want him dead. I just want him not in office anymore.
Well, obituary would mean dead.
I know. I was being sarcastic. I would like him out of office.
Out of office.
Yeah.
Would you like J.D. Vance to be the president
No,
then?
I would not.
Okay.
Yeah, I would not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who would you like to be the president?
Kamala Harris right now, but she didn't win. But
Can I point out something that we say no kings and no authoritarianism, but Kamala Harris, no one voted for her.
yes, they did. Half the country voted for her, so let's not go there.
No one was voted for her to be the nominee.
Yes, they
Yeah.
did.
Isn't that what authoritarian?
You're going down the wrong road right now with me. I wouldn't go any further.
What does that mean?
I'm not going to talk to you anymore. That's what it means.
I just think it's ironic that
care if
no
it's
one
ironic or not.
voted
They
for her to be
did.
the nominee. They just selected her like a
Okay, thank you.
king gets
Appreciate your
selected,
opinion,
right?
But keep it to yourself, okay? Bye. Have a good day. See ya.
He just got so twisted up real quick.
And that, I'm going to tell you, is true. Because you have to be voted in to be nominee. And the only time you're not is if the president passes away, the vice president will take over until the election. Okay? Biden was still running around. He was still auto pinning. You know? I mean, so there it is. And she is correct on that. She was not voted in for nominee.
No.
Yeah, but could you imagine if that was your uncle and you were trying to have this conversation? I mean, to just explain like they don't have a point to make, and when you do make a point, they run out of the room. That's why I've always said, man, why does everybody run
Or
out
yell
of the
and
room with me
scream or hang up
and call
on
me an
you.
asshole?
Hang up
'Cause I
on you
stood
on
my
the
ground.
phone. Yep. I have family members that have disowned me, don't speak to me because of my views or, whoever I would vote for. And my cousin, this year, when voting came about, I was stuck in the house. I was sick. Okay. So I did not get to go vote. My cousin turned around and called me. I hope you're happy that you voted for this guy, and blocked me on everything. And I was like, but I didn't get to vote. What? I was sick. So, I see that all the time. They argue. They don't want to sit and hold a conversation. They want their view put out, and they don't want to listen to anything you have to say.
No. And
Yeah.
then they can slander and they can this and that. And if God forbid, if you say something like that young lady, correct? Oh, no, I can't talk to you anymore. But the funny thing is I'm questioning if he despises the person, why did he dye his hair blonde? And why is he I understand the red
Orange
face or orange
Yeah.
face,
Thank
but
you.
why look like them? If you despise that person, why, I understand the mockery, but yet if you
It's
despise
backwards.
them,
Because
it's,
even the anti-fascist rallies, they bring swastikas and we all know their rallies because they got all that gross stuff that's just not appropriate.
yeah.
Like no, and I heard, and one of the Jewish guys that was hanging out with her says, "Man, I've seen more swastikas at a Democratic rally protest than I have anywhere else."
Well,
It's wrong, but they are wrong.
and what a lot of people don't
They're
know,
mentally ill.
or what they don't know and what they don't check in, and I've looked into this. Who started the KKK, people? It's the
Democratic
Democratic Party. That's right. So, who has carried it, and they still meet and they still talk. This is not something that has been over, okay? And every single one of them in that whole entire little organization is Democratic Party. So makes no sense to me sometimes.
And so, well, it does, because one is maybe funded one direction and another party's funded another. Like, I really think they have billionaire like George Soros, hopefully I say
George
his name right.
Soros.
George Soros. Yeah, for some reason that wasn't going to come out right, but
Rockefellers.
because I can remember being in the car, with my sisters, and this is my sister and her wife, and we were going off somewhere to watch something, and I was just blabbing away about different things, and they're like, "Oh, really? Well, what are your thoughts on this and this?" And I would say, "Oh, da 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 da," not having any idea they had already been weaponized, like not having any clue this whole thing had even happened yet. This is way back then, like years ago. So,
right.
And I was just like, "Oh, George Soros is evil," and da 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 da. But that's the one time my sister she manned up on me in the car, and we went a couple years without talking, because you don't man up on me, period, unless you're a man.
You got to be bigger than me. I get it. And and I'm not going to sit here and say one side is weaponized and the other is not. I think they are two heads of one snake. It's just that one wants one different type of outcome, and the other wants a different side outcome. So they're fighting each other. They're putting division, and I'm saying they are putting division. But because both sides win in war, war is a very profitable, from what I'm to understand.
Oh yeah, they make a lot of money around the world. It doesn't matter what kind of government you are. They like war, and they make money.
They all make it.
Yeah.
And I mean, there are things that are absolutely ridiculous. Chad, I've been sending you a little bit of stuff about.
Yes. And I think that's what we're dealing with here too, is some of those people.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because it's George Soros. It's all those people, those are all the, yeah.
I'll tell you, I ran across some of that stuff that really floored me when I seen it. That's why I sent it to you. So one day we're going to take a deep dive in that, and it's going to be a controversial discussion. And it may piss a lot of people off, but some of the stuff that I have ran into, boy, they bring up really good points. And so it's boy, people have lost their ever loved minds. I have another one of her. Let's see. With her, so let's see what this one has to say. I don't laugh because I'm making fun of them. I laugh because it's better for me to laugh than get pissed off and rage about it. Because if I do that, it makes me no better than them. So I just kind of have to laugh, It's
well, you just gotta laugh. It's not at them, but you have to just laugh about it. It's better than being angry.
Yeah. I have to do something to keep my own sanity.
Yeah.
I lose my shit on Glenn's show, and I can leave it there. But and he knows too, because you'll hear him say, "Oh, Brenda, I'm bringing something else up that's gonna piss you off." But hey. All right, let's see what this one has to say.
You're on a very conservative belief and a very specific, a particular view of the Bible. So,
Yeah.
And I think that, again, opinions and everything gets translated in all kinds of different ways. So, We just need to remember that having that ability to speak is important.
Yeah, it's important. I've never heard him say anything that was derogatory towards people of color or minority groups. I think that he was a very Jesus-oriented and faith-oriented man, and the Bible is very clear that all people are knit in their mother's womb from conception as children of God, and they're put on here for a purpose. And I've heard him preach that many times, many times. So I am interested in maybe where you heard that from, because I don't think you might be getting the full story of what he said and what he believes in.
It was just certain things that I've caught online,
Okay.
clips, different things.
Yeah. Well, there's 2 decades worth of information and things coming from his own mouth. I would encourage you guys to maybe go on his YouTube or go on his Twitter and stuff and watch those clips that you find in its full entirety, because I think you might be surprised that those are taken way out of context, and that's not at all what he believes in. Before he was shot and killed in front of everybody, he was actually preaching the gospel. And even if you don't agree with that, his intention was to save people's lives and lead them to Jesus Christ and make sure they go to heaven.
Yep.
And that was to everybody. He didn't say only white people,
Right.
you know, this gospel is for you. He said everybody. And so I would just encourage you maybe to look a little bit more into that, because I fully support a monument at every single college after him, because I think he did an amazing thing trying to dialogue with young people. So thank you guys for talking to me.
Yeah.
I
absolutely.
appreciate
Thanks
that.
so much.
I love what you said. That's
Oh, thank you.
that's my favorite thing I've heard today,
Thank you.
is that it's worth protecting. So
It
thank
is.
you for that.
It is, because
Yeah.
it's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
You know, we have to remain vigilant, and we have to remember it was because we came together that this country exists,
That's right.
and we have to focus on what brings us together, not what divides us.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for your time.
Yep.
I'm going to remember that forever. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I appreciate you.
Now, were they
He
talking?
drew on a very
Were they talking about Charlie Kirk?
I don't know who they were talking about. I
might have
I've
been.
seen that video too, but I'm not really sure
I
who
think that's who they were talking about. Was
could
Charlie
have
Kirk.
been.
You know, and it does go to show, like, you can tell people that have more intelligence, less mental illness, you know, more of a structured upbringing and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
and just the way they answer, or you even had commonality, because it wasn't like they just totally denounced everything that's from the right, you know, Jesus, God.
Yeah.
You know,
No, they did good. I like how he said
Yeah.
at the end, you know, that we're
And-
all different, but not to be divided. You know, he did mention that, and coming together regardless of our differences. So
I think that's his faith,
yeah,
or his upbringing in
I
faith.
think that's amazing. It was that was a good back and forth, cohesive conversation. And when
Chris says,
they didn't
Chris
get,
says, wow, people stop being aggressive with her.
yeah,
You find some.
yeah, there's,
Well, that's the farmer's market. Farmer's market, they're a little more, not
oh
always.
yeah, she got a little booted for a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, and
Hey.
you'd think the farmer's market would be a better place.
Yeah.
yeah, oh, yeah.
But
Tis
don't
what
know.
it is.
I mean, in my city is more leaning towards the Democrat side than anything.
Right.
So all of this stuff I'm very familiar with. I see it. And we have had protesters around, you know, no King's Day and this and that. But they haven't been like what I watched with this young woman here down in Florida. But they've been on corners and with their signs, and you know, I'll wave. I drive by. I don't agree or disagree with anyone. I didn't vote because I don't. And if my family half's Democrat and the other half's Republican, and when they both yammer at me, I just go, look, I didn't vote for anybody, so I'm not going to pick a side.
I was sick, so at that particular point in time, so I could not get out and do anything. So, I mean, I try to be careful, You know, when I'm sick, I try definitely not to leave the house. Not only so I don't get anybody else sick, but because I don't want to make it any worse.
Yeah.
Because one time I did, and what happened? You know, I was sick. I had an infection in my foot. I ended up in the hospital and woke up 30 days later, not knowing where the hell I was, thinking I was kidnapped and taken to Mexico or something. I had no idea where I was. It was, you know, to wake up after a 30-day coma is a really scary thing. And I passed everything they asked, but the one thing, and this was not, mind you, this is 2019 when this happened, but they asked me, you know, who the president was. And I was thinking, and I was thinking, and I was thinking, and I was thinking, and I was like, Reagan? You know, I mean.
Oh, you went back to the 80s.
I did. and you know, I keep saying that probably was a good place for me to stay. But
yeah.
But yeah, and I mean, it took a little bit, and then I remembered. But you know, they asked me stupid questions. Do fish swim? No, man, they walk around on the beach and get tans and lift weights. What do you mean, do fish swim? Yes, they swim. So, it was ridiculous, some of the questions they asked me. So, yes, now that interview she did, that was a very good one.
Yeah.
Especially compared to all the other people that kind of like to yell and scream at her. They do the same thing to Nick. I was trying to find some stuff with Nick in it. Hi, Monica. And because Nick, now there's one thing I noticed. When Nick goes out, he doesn't really give a whole lot of opinion, but he asks both sides the same questions. You know, and he tries to get what each one thinks about the same things. So, you know, I was trying to find some of his, and when things were down this weekend, it was like, oh, that just kind of screwed me. And then today I was really busy between that appointment for my chair and everything else that went on. So I finally got to lay down and close my eyes for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
And then you wake up and YouTube's down for a moment.
Yeah. And I'm like, what do you mean YouTube's down? Wait a minute.
I didn't know until you said something, and I was watching YouTube.
It kind of freaked me out. I was like, what the heck? I still can't get a lot of it to pull up on my computer, so I don't know. But all right, let's go and see what the next little group has to say, because this is kind of fun. Monica, if you just got here, we are talking about some people and the way that they think today.
Or don't think.
Or don't think. Yeah, what they don't think. All right, let's see. Here's this one.
Last week when I was threatened with arrest if I didn't leave this farmer's market right here.
You guys are saying kind of disrespectful things about deportation and saying some hateful statements.
Okay.
So at this point now they do want to have you trespass from the property.
I'm back. I'm not going to get arrested because they can't do that. I have lawyers on my side and I have the First Amendment on my side, more importantly. This is so important that you guys are here to celebrate a victory, really. We're not protesting anything because we won. We are allowed to be in the farmer's market. We can talk about whatever we want to talk about in the farmer's market. That was made clear by the city attorney himself, by my lawyer, and the police. And I am calling for a public apology from Julie Townsend herself for what she tried to do. I also want an apology from the police department from taking orders from someone that they have no authority to be taking orders from. So really today is all about being so proud to be Americans and celebrating our right to free speech and being so proud of yourselves for coming out here and standing up for this when you know a lot of those people there and a couple little protesters don't want us to have this right. This is MAGA country. We are going to walk down the farmer's market in which I was threatened with arrest for being at.
Say Donald Trump!
Donald Trump! Remember last week when I was threatened?
They threatened her and the police did that?
Yeah. There's a video. She's got it on video, and
The videos would be so much better. I'm trying to go through these shorts to edit them out so we don't have to go through these. I'm trying to go through the shorts and edit them out to the ones where, like what we're talking about, where she goes into the crowd.
they were writing her up. He's like, I'm going to write you up. She's like, great, thanks.
I know. There is one thing that I have noticed about her, even though, she just tried to talk to all of them, is she is always polite.
Yeah.
She does not yell and scream.
Mm-mm.
Hi, woo. She does not yell and scream. She does not, get pissy, and she always has a smile on her face. I give her credit because I couldn't do that. I had somebody screaming to my face. I'd probably thump them in the forehead with my microphone, I can't do it.
In that video with her microphone, would put it, she'd say something, then put it back to the officer, and then he's like, get that microphone out of my face. And she's like, but we can't hear you. And then she, so she's just popping that thing back and forth, and he's getting all mad. And then this other lady too, but she wasn't mad. She's like, great, write me up. Great, thanks. This is illegal. Yeah. This is public property,
And she does Florida, right? She's in Florida. Yeah. Karen Tube is back up, and running full speed. Oh, okay, Woo. Yeah, I found that out after I woke up. I took a little bit of a nap and got up to start on here, and people were messaging me, and I was like, I'm going live. They're like, YouTube's down. I'm like, what? So, I think it's still having little bitty problems, but I think it'll be okay. I hope.
YouTube fixed their stuff quick compared to most of the other sites that go down.
Well, I guess X was down for a little while too. I know we were having so many problems. Somebody says, well, how are you doing? Oh, I'm doing fine. Laser weapons, Fort Hood shut down, UFOs, hey, just same old, same old, same crap, different day. That's the way I'm looking at it.
There's a lot of glitches in the matrix. So what do you expect?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I had a weird dream the other night. So, you guys know, I quit smoking a little over a year ago. Cigarettes, I put them down and went to a vape, and everything's been fine. My breathing came back normal. My doctors are impressed. Everything's cool, right? So I had this dream the other night that I don't know where I was, but I was running around to everybody trying to bum a cigarette, and people were ignoring me, and I was like, look, I just really need a cigarette. And it was like I was outside of a bunch of office buildings. It's like, and I don't know why I had that dream, and I'm still trying to sit here, because a lot of times when I have a dream and I remember what they were, there's a meaning in them. There's something about them. So I'm trying to sit and figure that out. I've been pondering that in my brain. I'm sorry, I just got sidetracked, but okay.
You're begging from all the non-smokers.
Right?
There's more non-smokers nowadays.
Well, a few of them were smokers, and they were smoking them in front of me like a bunch of assholes, not giving me one. I even offered money. Here, I got $1. Just let me have one.
They're like, no mooching, no mooching.
I know, right? God. All right, so let's look and see what this next one is. I'm just going down the line as you send them, Chad, okay?
I'm cherry picking them now. There's not very many, so I'm just making sure we don't get...
Cherry picking. There were cyber attacks across the U.S. tonight. Oh, well, yeah, I mean,
Wow.
That's always a good thing. My biggest thing is who's doing it, because they can blame it on whoever they want, but I still think that it's our government that's doing it. But anyways, it is what it is. That's just my brain working. All right, let's see what this lady has to say. Are you building a? Okay.
The wall and preventing me from freely moving.
Oh.
I'm not touching you.
Okay, I'm gonna go around. They're building a wall around me right now, which I thought you guys were against that. Like Donald Trump is ruining everything. Why are you guys building a wall? Where's your walking stick, by the way?
My cane? Are you being ableist?
Louder, louder.
You need to go.
For what?
Name and I don't have an idea. Okay, let's go stand over here. We're going to talk.
For what?
Because you cannot be out here disrupting.
We are doing security, and this is the disruptor.
I am security.
Okay.
Over here.
She's bad. She's evil. What? She's dark. You're very dark. You're dark soul. She needs to get out.
People, okay?
Yeah.
She has the right to be here. Okay, I watched you.
What's my name?
Genitalia.
Are you building a wall and prevent?
What?
Her name was Genitalia.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So apparently she's evil
Yeah, she's.
and dark. They're telling on themselves. So this is what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark soul.
I mean, yeah. Anytime she's never been rude.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And that lady that screamed in her mic, that's the only tactic the other side has. And that's why I say they argue, they'll scream, they have whistles they'll blow, but they don't have facts.
Right. Yeah.
They just got talking points that they've been fed through pamphlets by George Soros. I'm just going to
He's not the only one. There's
allege
a whole
that.
group
Yeah,
of them.
there's a whole bunch.
There's a whole group of them.
Yeah.
And they fund them. They pay them to be out there doing that. Her name will be. Woo, behave yourself.
What is it? They get I can't think of what the thing is now. Telegram.
Yeah.
They hook up on that, and then they get their texts of where to go, because somehow during our lockdown and everything, I was on Telegram, and somehow I got into a group. I don't know where or how it happened. It just happened where I was seeing where they were going back and forth with each other, planning where they were going to be. And I'm like, wait a minute, what am I following here?
What is this?
So I can honestly say I witnessed their tactics on the inside.
Yep.
Don't know how I got there or anything. That's how it usually happens to me. I end up at places or things happen, and I don't know how I get there.
I try not to, because if I get into groups, like matter of fact, I used to use Telegram. I don't use it anymore because I found that there was a lot of lure on both ends.
Yeah.
And neither one that I was in was very good. So I was like, yeah, this ain't for me. I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Not many people are using it now. I mean, they did when we were all, whatever. And now, that got kicked off from YouTube is back on YouTube, or got kicked off from Facebook's back on Facebook. They all ran to Rumble because Rumble was created because of that. And now they're everywhere.
Rumble. The one thing I do like about Rumble is they do let you speak a lot more freely than YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube puts a little bit of a muzzle on us. So, and I say a little bit. It's not a lot when you really sit and think about some of the things that we talk about online, but there are certain things that they absolutely put their foot on.
Right.
They don't happen. So.
And it's their platform, and you can learn to talk around it. And you have people that are smart enough to catch it, and then you got others that are like, I have no idea what they're talking about.
Yes, George Soros Wu did sell out his own country. Matter of fact, there's a lot of countries that he's not allowed in. So,
Is he
yeah.
still alive?
I wondered that this morning.
I don't know. I know his son has got control of a lot of his stuff. I probably not, and they just don't say anything to us.
Well, they
his,
wait. I mean,
he was
sometimes
pretty
they.
old. I mean, shit, the man's face was falling off. If you took a good look at the real him, his eyelids are down to where they're like falling down, and there's nothing to protect his eyes. I mean, his eyes that they're
Yeah.
sort of, his face was going to fall off.
That's why he
You
dressed
know?
up like Darth Vader, eh?
Right?
You remember that?
So this next clip looks like a fun one.
I don't know.
Yeah. This one looks absolutely argumentative. Very much so.
Oh, you can see it.
Not that we are
You can just she's even got her eyebrows up and her forehead's all ready, and she's ready. She's gonna go.
The ones who support
him are suburban, rural, and probably not that well educated.
You mean like those people over there?
Yep.
Okay. What made you come to the conclusion to kind of categorize people like that based on their political leanings?
I watch the news.
Do you honestly think that most of his supporters are racist or prejudiced?
Yes,
Okay.
I
Would
do.
you be willing to go over and talk to one right now and maybe see if we can bridge a divide and
No.
maybe talk?
Absolutely not. I haven't got time for them. I don't have time for them.
You wouldn't be willing just to hear their side and maybe prove you wrong so you can have a different outlook on a majority of the country?
No. The ones who support him are suburban.
No.
Did you hear? Yeah.
She's even got her hands on her hips.
Yeah.
Won't go talk to them.
Won't even try to talk to anybody.
Even to bring our country together. No. She watched
And that's a
CNN.
stereotype, by the way. She's stereotyping.
Yes.
Why? I mean, why?
Because
We're all human.
Well, white male. I've been like the bullseye of their target board. These people.
I know.
I mean, I'm a gay white male, but it's still like.
Yeah. Hey, let's see what this guy.
It's still a white male. So.
Uh-oh. Come on, bring it up.
Just don't fit in there, Chad, with them.
That's okay, Chad. We still love you.
I was in the muck my whole entire life.
We love you the way you are. So
that's right. That is correct. Okay. You know that Trump
increased annual spending to HBCUs, and you still called him a racist.
Yes. Let me ask, what has he said to make him racist? Like, what definitive proof gives you the idea that he's racist?
People don't have to explicitly say I am racist for you to know that they're racist. Do you want me to find stuff to back it up? Because, like, I just don't know it off the top of my head.
Well, then.
Oh.
You
regurgitating something they heard from somebody else.
More or less, that's what it is.
From another group of white people.
and you know, it's like they watch the news. The news is no good, people. There are a lot of us out there that know this. Obama signed it into executive order, I guess. He made it okay for the news to spread propaganda, to lie to the American people, and to only show what they want to show. A lot of them do not get out and report anymore. They show up for work in the morning. They get their facts on what they're supposed to talk about and how they're supposed to talk about it. That's why if you scan through different news stations, they all say the same exact things in the same exact words. They have a script. That's right.
Yep.
That is exactly
And they're not even and they're not even creative enough to go off script. They just all say the same thing. And that's why she doesn't watch the news. You know,
Yeah,
she gets her news from Ground News or something like that. She's more
Yeah.
alternative and independent.
I try
Conservative
not
but
to.
independent.
And, you know, when we have to, like with Glenn, and we have to bring up certain things that have to do with the news, it's like, I think I get very irritated, you know. But he does go to different places. It's not like we're quoting CNN or MSNBC or anything like that because, well, I wouldn't do that if my life depended on it.
I didn't like
For real.
CNN. I had to listen to that back in the 90s with President Clinton and Monica Lewinsky because I was a bartender.
Yeah.
So in the daytime, we had it there, and then customers would come in and talk about it, and they're like, "Did you know?" And I'm like, I'd point up, and I'm like, I hear it over and over and over. I'm just waiting for happy hour to come in so I can listen to some music. You
Yeah.
know, yeah.
It
I've
gets
learned how to tune
tedious.
things out.
Yeah, it gets tedious after a while. You're just sitting there chewing your nails like, God, just make it stop.
Yeah,
Stop
but
the world, I want off.
that's also a brainwashing tactic too, to over and over and over to drill it into your mind, and then they'll repeat it an hour later, and oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's right. And then you hear people regurgitating it, and it's just like,
same old shit, different day.
Yeah.
Yep. Got it. That's what it is.
So not
And
much
it's
of that
ridiculous.
has changed. It's just it went from one generation to the next, but I think it got worse. Actually.
Yes, it actually did. I agree with you. All right, let's see what this group has to say. I'm curious.
Voting for Trump?
Yep.
White supremacist.
How? How can you say that?
How can I say if you vote for Donald Trump, you're a white supremacist?
How?
How? Because you support that man in office.
That's not an argument. I'm gonna need proof that makes me a white supremacist. You're gonna have to break down the argument.
It's not my job to say that.
You just accused me of being a white supremacist. You should be able to back that up.
Are you voting for Donald Trump?
I sure am.
That's my proof.
Are you voting for Joe Biden?
Yes, I am.
Then you're a pedophile.
No.
Yes, you are.
A pedophile.
You're a pedophile. How? You like to sniff kids.
Wow.
Yeah, we saw a lot of those pictures. And those are proof. They're there. That was a good comeback.
Yeah, she does have quite a lot of good comebacks. I will give her that.
And she says it's so sweet too.
I know, right? Well, she's got that voice where
Yeah.
it doesn't matter how she says what she says.
Yeah.
Or the way she says it. It always comes out so sweet and kind because she just has that voice. I bet if she looked at somebody and told them to go screw themselves, it would probably sound so sweet they would go do it.
Yeah.
I like that.
And I know a lot of people like that, you know. And it's kind of funny. It's amusing. You're just sitting back there shaking your head going, don't do it. Don't answer her. She's just going to come back with something good. And you're just going to run off like you got daisies in your hair. Don't do it. So, whoa. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I like how she said, you know, what else you got to back it up with? And I don't.
Yeah. Right?
It's like, who told you that one? That's just so wrong.
Yeah. And the sad thing is they believe everything that they're being told. And it is very sad.
Yeah.
And the ones that told them or had programmed the others to talk about it are just sitting in their fancy
Laughing.
places, laughing,
at all
laughing
of
their
us.
butts off
Yes.
of like, look at these pawns and our little game that we got going on here.
Yeah,
That's
and
what it is.
it's interesting too if we're allowed permission one day to go back and revisit these every once in a while, because 6 years ago even, like, she was out there and she was getting chased by the college students. She had a mob,
Oh,
a
wow.
mob, they're the ones that are love and light, all about acceptance and all that good stuff. But her out there asking her questions, yep, she was getting mobbed. That's
You
by
know, I
the
keep I keep an eye.
and the police refused to protect her. She says, "I would like for you to help," and he just walked away.
Yeah, that's so lovely, isn't it?
Yep.
You know, I keep an eye on some of the, like, Portland and all of that, of they're calling them now mostly peaceful protests, but I don't buy it. But I keep an eye on some of them. And the other night, one of the guys was live, and he was over where, everybody was chanting and playing music and doing all this stuff. And a girl was walking. She had a backpack. She was walking, and she was going home. And she had to go through the crowd to stay where she was. And somebody noticed her from being there a week ago with some of the conservatives in the crowd, and it was a whole mob of them, men included. Knocked this skinny little girl down. They were punching her. They were trying to drag her by her backpack. And all she was doing was walking home. She wasn't even talking to any of them. A couple of them said something to her, and she just kept walking. And they attacked her.
Dang.
Finally, she ran to the cops, and the cops made the other people go the other way. But they didn't do nothing for her.
No.
Nothing. And I thought, God, you can't even walk down the street and go home after going to work and doing a job that you're getting paid for, because the protesters on the roads that are getting paid to be there aren't even letting people walk up and down the road. And it's a sad thing. People wonder why I'm armed everywhere I go. Jesus Christ.
Really destroying themselves is what they're doing.
They are.
They really are. And we're just all watching it. It's
like I said, all I can do is laugh and sit here and shake my head because it's ridiculous sometimes. I'm just like, whatever. This cannot be it. Let's see what this one's got to say.
Biden or Donald Trump, who would be better to run Black America?
I'd rather choose a Biden over a racist pedophile.
Okay. How is he racist?
You kidding?
How is Trump racist?
Do you want to answer this for me?
Nope, this is for you. You made the claim, back it up.
No.
Well, you said I'm an idiot.
He has had multiple people be killed.
He has had people be killed.
Ma'am, I live in a town where there was riots.
Very good. I'm glad that that's where you come from. However, who has he had killed?
He's caused his police to do it. He has militia-ized this country.
He has militia-ized this country.
I can't speak English because I suck at it, but ma'am.
Don't assume my gender.
Don't assume your gender. What are your pronouns then?
They and Z and princess.
Princess? Damn.
Yes. How is he a racist?
I'm not going to answer you.
Joe Biden or Donald Trump?
Oh my God.
Oh, she's just like tossed that back and confused her.
Oh, goodness me, oh my. And princess.
That was good. She's good.
Oh,
They all
man.
say he's racist. I heard this from my sister so many times and different people, but we don't know him to be that way. And I'm not aware of Trump to be racist. This is purely funded and a and coming from
You know
like a
what?
source, on the left, I don't know, but like Jimmy Kimmel's part of this, like we all can see
Yeah.
it.
You know what we should have done? We should have found some clips from the actual Joe Biden back in the day. when he
Yeah, the real
was-
one. Remember that show? Who's the real Biden? Please stand up.
Yeah. And it's kind of funny because I had told people in my family before that Biden that was in that administration was not the real one.
Right.
And there were different signs of it. Number one, Biden had no hair on his arms, and he's got his Old Navy tattoos on his upper arms. And when they had the thing going around, and he was in the supposedly Oval Office, and they went to give him his goodies. When they pulled his sleeve up, the man had so much hair on his arm, he probably could have used that on his top of his head. Okay.
Yeah. And he had less wrinkles than the other one, who was an alcoholic, and you could see.
And I had somebody tell me, well, he got plastic surgery, and I said, to look worse?
Yeah.
What?
No.
What happened here?
No.
I'm saying the same thing about Ghislaine.
Yes.
Ghislaine.
Maxwell?
Right now, Maxwell, yeah.
Yeah.
Like what she looks like now is not the same one that was walking the streets back then. That they have an actor in
And
place.
people will say,
Yeah.
well,
Yep.
she's older now. Yeah, but that does not change the size of your nose. Does not
That's
change
right.
your
Facial
chin.
bone structure. Your facial
Yes.
bone structure is different.
Yes.
No. It's
And I mean, they have doubles of Trump that walk around too, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
can usually spot them. First of all, they're heavier.
The one
They
in
are
Florida
heavier.
is that does golf a lot that they would show. I think it was his first time he was in office, and people get excited, and it's like, can't you see that this guy's kind of overweight here? It's not the real Donald Trump, and yet you guys are all like, oh, look at, I mean, he's sweating, and he's just.
But I mean, sometimes they do that with presidents for safety measures. you know?
Yeah, and they all have body or doubles. I mean, we've
Yep.
known that, but like a lot of people, I don't know. They don't know. There's too much fluoride in the water, I think, and that's that. And the crap in our foods.
Yes, Chris. Chris says, I have seen more pictures of Jimmy Kimmel in blackface than Trump. I don't think I've ever seen Trump like that.
No, I've never seen him do that.
I mean, he's a troll and he does some trolly shit, but I don't think I've ever seen him do that.
Usually those that are pointing the finger at someone are the ones that are
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah. So a lot of these people are telling on themselves, and they don't research. I mean, we get into doing some stuff and looking things up, and we still need to do a show on that year-long winter. So yeah, because I even have pages saved on that. Let me see what this one has to say.
On the winter, you said?
Yeah, on that year-long winter.
Yeah.
And I think I even looked up a thing on weather modification. All right, so the one that we're going to check out next, it says Democrats crashes out after a simple question. That's usually all it takes. Tell you
Yeah.
the truth. Tell you the truth. One
They got
simple
me
question.
kicked out of a
That's all it
house.
takes. Yeah, right?
I've had trauma over this, people. I mean,
Aw.
Damn.
I've had to move, relocate, all this good stuff.
People quit traumatizing my Chad.
And I'm independent just because I wouldn't go there and agree with them. So
Yeah.
there we go.
And that does have a lot to do with it. If you don't agree, you're wrong.
It's wrong for people to shoot ICE agents while they're doing their jobs.
I mean, yes, but I think ICE agents are also not doing their job within the full scope of the law. Many are not identifying themselves when being asked to. They are with masks on, which is also illegal to not identify yourself with your face.
What law makes that illegal?
If you are a police officer or an agent of the law, you must identify yourself when asked by civilians. So they are violating that when they are going into neighborhoods and being asked by people, and they are not doing that. I don't think that's right.
Okay. So that's not illegal for them to do that. It's not illegal for ICE agents specifically to cover their face. It's actually not even illegal for them to not read someone their Miranda rights. They can detain anybody for any reason, and that person must provide proof for their citizenship. They have every right to do that. That is 100% lawful. That is in the U.S. Code, Title 8.
Okay.
If you have something different and a law that backs you up, I would love to hear about it because maybe I'm wrong.
You know, I'm actually going to ask that you don't post me on Liberty Hangout. I don't want my face anywhere near you.
You were having a nice conversation with me. When I offered that maybe you might not be correct in your statement, then you want to say you don't want to be anywhere near me?
I felt disgusted by you before I walked up and had the conversation.
Why so?
I mean, you asked very leading questions that are already...
It just says, ask me anything. Do you think it's wrong for people to shoot?
She even gives her the title.
Yeah.
Where in the U.S. Code it is. And people, let me say it one more time. Obama did executive orders just for that they can do this. They can go into these cities. They can go to each state. They can do this and deport. And they don't have to identify themselves. He ran on immigration when he was put in office the first time. He was going to clean up immigration. That is what he ran his presidency on. Do you think they pay attention to that? No.
No, they didn't. No,
Yeah.
it's not. But I didn't know that he, that it's okay not to identify. I personally think it's wrong, but that's just my opinion.
Well, I will tell you, because in a long line of watching and paying attention to things, there have been people that have played police. Okay. So yeah, showing identification, that's one thing. If it is that person they're dealing with.
Right.
If they are going because they have a warrant to pick somebody up and just a group of people on the street that they know harass them, come up and say, identify yourselves. No, they don't have to.
No, I understand that.
They have nothing to do with them. They can back off.
I mean, we had, where I was living one time, U.S. Marshals. I was coming in with my son, and there was like a whole bunch of cars, and they got out, but they're all dressed in regular clothes, started slapping their stuff on, started circling around my building. And I'm like, I said, excuse me, I don't think me and my son should be going in there, because
right.
If they start shooting at one end, the walls aren't that thick. They're gonna go shooting across all the walls.
It's like, oh, kids, we're going to 31 flavors. Never mind. Let's go see a movie.
I mean, my son was like, Mom, what are they? I'm like, those are U.S. Marshals. Oh boy.
Yeah, something's gone down.
Yeah, there was a bunch of them, because I knew they weren't all there to rent an apartment.
Chris says, yeah, but Obama never put people in cages. Oh, wait. Yes, he did. Yes, he's the one who started that.
Yes.
He's the one who had them there. So, yes, Chris, you are correct. So, yeah. So sometimes I think that they bite off a little bit more than they can chew. I've heard a lot of them talk about the Constitution. And when people bring up parts of the Constitution and certain codes and this and that, they don't know what they're talking about. And they're looking at them like they're crazy, if you're going to quote anything that comes from the Constitution, you need to go read it. And I actually seen Nick Shirley talk about that. And you know what they told him? I can't read it. It's not written in English. Oh, it is written in English. It's written in cursive. And they were like, it wasn't written in English. Because
yeah,
a lot of these kids,
I have it right down here, the book.
a lot of these kids were not taught the Constitution because they were not taught cursive, so they could not read it, or the Bill of Rights. So,
well, it's printed in this book. They should be able to type print it.
right.
Read it.
You would think so.
And nowadays, what they can go on the Google thing. They got those apps where you can lay the phone on top of a book and it'll read it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can do that too now.
Yeah.
So there's no excuses anymore. Doggone it.
What is Glenn sending me? What did he just send me?
So she does in a video
the
go
doggone
around.
show for tomorrow.
She does go around and what?
Show people pictures of the Biden administration and the Harris administration when she was in charge of the borders, the czar of the border, and how people were being kept like on yoga mats, and they had like that tinfoil stuff to put over them for comfort, maybe a Dorito bag or a bag of Doritos for food. And they were all out there protesting for, or complaining about alligator Alcatraz, and what horrible conditions the prisoners were being kept in. So she went around with that and she was showing it to them as if it was alligator Alcatraz. And they were like, yeah, that's horrible. But it was actually the Biden administration. And then she shows them alligator Alcatraz, bunk beds, beautifully clean floors. They have a facility to work out. They got medical, dental, sheets, pillows, very nicely. Yeah. They were kept very nice. So it's just, it really shows how the media is working in an evil way.
They do.
To lie about that man. And these are the ones that want to believe him because they all hate fascists. And they don't even know how to define fascists. They do not even know the definition. Not one of them.
Yeah. And they don't know what a woman is.
No.
But I've never heard anybody ask them, do you know what a man is?
She does.
Does she?
Mm-hmm. In the longer videos, yeah. She'll say, well, how about something you're more familiar with? What is a man? And he's just like, oh, yeah, I don't know. I guess if you identify as a man.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, have these people never had sex? I mean,
maybe not. So.
Some of them are crazy enough that I would think most men would stay clear of them, or even some women. It's like, oh my God.
Maybe they had a bad childhood, or maybe they had a bad experience.
And that's another thing too that a lot of people know. I'm going to say this on their behalf. Okay. We talk about mental health issues. There are a lot of people in life that have been traumatized and gone through things that nobody could ever imagine when they're younger. Yes, Chad.
Yeah.
So
I have mental illness and trauma, but you know what? I medicate and I go to therapy. And I don't, and I'm not a victim. I want to heal and do better.
Hey, I'm not a victim. I have post-traumatic stress disorder, so woo.
I try.
We deal with it.
Yeah,
we don't own it and then identify ourselves by it.
I couldn't even say
I'm a puppy. I'm a puppy.
I mean, but people are traumatized in this world, but yet if you seek help or they want to play victim.
Yeah. And then here's another thing. Okay, what these people, when they say, "Well, I identify as a cat, I identify as this," da 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 da. People, stop that. That has been around for a very long time. Okay, uh, uh, furries. That's been around forever. It was called fetishes.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it was. That's what it actually still is. You
That's what
have a
most of this
fetish.
stuff is fetishes coming out in the open.
Well, yeah, they
Yes.
took the perverse fetishes and laid it out for all of them, and then they just picked it up and ran with it. Look at me. Yeah, no.
And so we do got to be careful, and we do got to figure things out, because wait till we get to the video where she's walking, if we get the permission, through a gay parade or whatever, and she's asking, or not, it was the book banning, and everybody was upset because they just banned books from the public school system and stuff like that. So she was out asking people if they agreed or disagreed in that community, and she was having them read the material that kids had access to, and it talked about blowjobs, and it talked about anal, vagina,
Yeah.
what's it called?
You said it.
Vagina.
Vaginal,
What it's called.
oral, sex. All those type of things
Yeah.
for kids to
That
read,
that
and
is
about.
not things that should be put in books,
No.
especially for
They
elementary
didn't
school
agree with
kids.
that. They thought, yeah, it should be okay for kids to read. They all said that,
No,
yes, yes, it
no.
should be read for kids.
That's
Even
why
this kid that was a transgender mom or dad or whatever in the whole, it's just like, I don't know that they should be raising kids. I
No,
just gonna
they
put that
had
out
they
there.
had parents in a school counseling,
Yeah.
and they were saying, "Sir, you can't talk like that, and you can't do that." And he's like, "My kid is reading this from your schools." During the lockdown, that's
Mm.
when they really started pushing that into the school systems, and a lot of parents don't know about it.
And
Mhm.
Those
that
that have
whole
found
thing.
out have been fighting. Didn't Coley kind of fight about stuff like that too?
Yep, her and her son both. Yes.
Yeah.
And the thing of it is
Good for
that
her.
that whole thing backfired on them, because that's when parents, when they were home and they were trying to do their schoolwork at home, that's when parents noticed exactly what they were learning in school. So that kind of backfired on them.
Yeah, they were trying
And
to sexualize kids at a young age. And
and
kids I taught preschool and little kids. That fires me up that
Aw.
they're doing. I mean, I've been around kids more than I have adults. And no, no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no.
middle school, they started when I was younger talking about different things, but never about oral sex and all that. High school, we had sex ed. What did they
Yeah.
teach you in sex ed? They taught you that you
Anatomy.
need to be,
Yeah.
yes, and you need to be
Anatomy.
careful so you didn't get pregnant at a young age. That's what they taught you
And
when I was in school.
STDs.
And
Yeah.
STDs, yes.
Yes, you
So
learned about the STDs.
and that was in high school in sex ed. That's what they had it there for. Today, they're no longer teaching kids math and history and all that stuff, which, okay, I'm okay with not teaching them history, because our history was nothing but a damn lie, as we have soon found out. Doing research and getting into the internet was probably one of the worst things that these people who wanted to keep control of everybody could have come out with, because we can find this stuff now. We can go way back, and no matter how much Google or anything like that, the search engines that we use, sometimes they are programmed to not answer certain questions or put in different dialect. But then if you go to another one, and then you go to a third one, and two of them are telling you the right thing, and you got that one that's still lying to you, you can figure it out. People
Yeah.
just need to do their own research. They need to go back and they need to think with their own minds. Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. Like I said, I never thought about World War II and what Germany did. I ran across some stuff and I'm like, oh my God, we were lied to straight up out the door,
Yeah, we've
because
been lied to.
somebody translated in English
Yeah.
one of Hitler's speeches. And it is not what we were told.
Of course not. Why would they want to tell us the truth? I mean,
so that's why a lot of these people that spoke German, they agreed with him because they knew exactly what he was saying.
Yeah.
And I never thought of that because I grew up learning what they taught me, what I was told that I was supposed to know.
I guess I learned different than most people to where it was like I had to for school to pass the class and stuff. But honestly, I didn't believe in all of a lot of the stuff.
Well,
So when things started opening up with the internet and you can get more information and more possible truth about it, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I'm not shocked. I mean, a lot
yeah,
of people are going to be shocked about a lot of things, which will be coming here and
yeah.
there.